Okay, guys, great to meet you. Huh? Huh. Right. So I'm so happy that, we are all close together over here and we will talk about some important things. And we will, I will ask you questions. One question I will ask you. We'll go through that. And then we'll go to the next question and the next question. And these are how many? At least 4, maybe 5. Okay? And I'm not going to ask these questions just for the heck of it, लेकिन इसलिए कि ये ऐसे सवाल हैं जिससे हम बहुत कुछ सीखेंगे. अच्छा, देखिए, सबसे बड़ी बात ये होती है जब आप सवाल करते हैं ना, एक तो ये कि सवाल अच्छा होना चाहिए, फिर ये कि उसका जवाब जब सोच समझ कर देते हैं, वो नहीं कि पहली चीज जो मुंह में आ जाए वो बोल दे ना, जरा सोचो. लिहाजा जब मैं सवाल करूंगा तो उसके बाद मुकम्मल खामोशी होगी 1 मिनट के लिए. उसके बाद हर एक जो है वो अपना जवाब देगा. अच्छा, तो मेरा पहला सवाल ये है, देखो ये जो हमारी दुनिया है, हम इसमें तरह तरह की चीज़ें देखते हैं. अब ये बिजली का बल्ब ना होता तो हम अंधेरे में बैठे होते, इधर लालटेन जलाए हुए होते, लालटेन से बू आती और तेल डालना पड़ता है. कितना अच्छा है ना बिजली, ये बिजली का बल्ब बना. ये एक इन्वेंशन है, ईजाद है. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. यू एग्री? हाँ. तुम लोग यहाँ कैसे आए? गाड़ी पे आए. ओके, अगेन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन्वेंशन. बीमार होते हो तो दवा खा लेते हो, दवा खाकर ठीक हो जाते हो. अगेन दैट्स इंपॉर्टेंट, राइट? Yeah, exactly. And yeah, otherwise you'd be very, very sick. If you had to have a tooth removed, you would have to be put to sleep, otherwise you'd be in great pain. So you would need an anesthesia for that. Anesthesia से क्या होता है कि मुंह सुन्न हो जाता, and then you don't feel the pain. Other great inventions have made our world. So now I'm going to ask you to think about what is the greatest invention in your mind, the most important invention, and you can only name one. So then we will have different answers from different peoples over here. Let us begin with here. What, in your opinion, in your mind, is the most important invention that has been made so far?
I think the most important invention is like a clock, because without like a clock or any other clock, you won't notice like what time is it. Like for example, like you're sick and you have like the doctor like says like you have to like eat this like medicine at the night, and you don't know if it's like night or not, or like if it's like 6 o'clock.
Okay, so her choice is that of a clock. And by the way, now since we are talking about clocks, it's absolutely true what you say. But what was the first clock? It was, well, look, it's the first clock was because of the spinning of the earth. You get up in the morning, the sun rises. At noon, the sun is right at the top in the summers. Otherwise, it's over there, and then it moves this way as the day progresses until it goes down. That's a clock. Excellent. But then we can make other kinds of clocks, and now we make clocks with pendulums, we make clocks with sand glasses, we make clocks with this and that, and we make atomic clocks. And these atomic clocks are so accurate that you can actually measure how much the earth is slowing down. तुमको पता है दुनिया घूम रही है ना, लेकिन ये इसके घुमाव में कमी आ रही है, आहिस्ता हो रही है. By how much? Can you guess? How many seconds a year do you think it is slowing down by?
It's about
2 seconds a year?
0.5.
Huh?
1 second every 250 million years.
I think that's more accurate actually. It's slowing down by 1 billionth of a second in 1 year. Okay.
1 to 50 million to 1 second.
So I think you're closer to the truth.
Ma'am, I have a question. Like, do the inventions need to be like?
नहीं, अब हम दूसरे इन्वेंशंस पे आते हैं. अब इसकी बारी है. So the first proposal was the most important invention is the clock. Now, what is your?
What type of is it? Can be like any, or does it have to be like electronic?
कुछ भी. What is, in your opinion, what is the most important invention?
Language.
Ah, fantastic. Language. What's the importance of language? Without language, we couldn't even talk with each other. वो तो जाहिर है ना. ज़बान हमारी ना होती तो हम कैसे एक दूसरे के साथ राब्ता कर सकते. And it doesn't matter what language you speak. English, Turkish, Urdu, Farsi, Sinhalese, whatever. Language is the highest function of the brain. अच्छा, बंदर नहीं बोल सकते. बंदर की जबान नहीं होती, कुत्ते की जबान नहीं होती. वो भाव भाव कर सकते हैं ना, लेकिन वो अपनी जबान से वो आर्टिकुलेशन नहीं कर सकते जो इंसान कर सकता. एंड बाय द वे, दिस इज नॉट एन इन्वेंशन. नहीं, बात तो तुम्हारी बहुत अच्छी है, बट इट वॉज नॉट एन इन्वेंशन ऑफ ह्यूमंस. ये तो हमें मिला. You got it from your parents. If your parents had been apes, they could not have, you would not have been able to speak. But we evolved from the apes and became what we are, and that is what is the finest thing. चलो, तुम्हारी बात ठीक थी, लेकिन हाँ आदर्श, तुम कुछ कहना चाह रहे? नहीं, अच्छा. तो but that's not a human invention. Okay, and now you.
I think it could be electricity.
Electricity. हाँ, अच्छा. Can you tell us a little bit about electricity and why you think it is so important?
Because many of the things that we are using, like the lights and the AC over there, they wouldn't be working if there wasn't electricity.
ठीक है. Modern life would not be possible without electricity. मगर होती क्या चीज़ है बिजली?
Energy.
एनर्जी तो और जगहों पर भी होती है. एनर्जी तो सूरज की गर्मी भी होती है. व्हाट्स द डिफरेंस बिटवीन दैट एनर्जी एंड बिजली की एनर्जी?
This energy is being transferred, and we're using it to power something. It's not just there.
ठीक है. देखो, when you said electricity is very important, you were absolutely right. I mean, whether it's the most important, I don't know. हम तो most important की बात कर रहे हैं ना. Okay, this is among the very important things. लेकिन तुमने अब तक बताया नहीं मुझे कि what is electricity? बिजली होती क्या चीज़ है यार?
Type of energy.
नहीं. Somebody had better tell me what is electricity. Anyone? हाँ, बताओ.
Well,
हाँ.
like in the wires there are the neutrons, I mean protons and electrons, and that's electricity. Is that the
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. Of course, there are protons and neutrons, but I'm so happy you mentioned electrons. क्योंकि एक तार है ना, you know this wire. Yeah. See, the electrons flowing down this wire, and that is what is taking my.
This wire and then I cut the other part and the tie closer the protons, neutrons and electrons. The wire will take shorter time.
बिल्कुल ठीक. Okay, anyway, so yes, electricity. Who discovered electricity? Thomas Edison. Acha. So okay. So she क्या कह रही थी, जोर से कहो.
I said Thomas Edison, but that was the guy who invented the light bulb.
हाँ. So where did humans first see electricity?
In 9.
हाँ, बताओ.
Which time? The first ever primate to see lightning or experience static electricity could have been the first person to like discover electricity.
हाँ, ओके. देखो दो चीजों का जिक्र हुआ. मैं तुमसे भी पूछूंगा. हाँ. Yeah.
Maybe the first person to touch an electric eel.
इसमें बोलो ना. पकड़ो ना यार इसको. हाँ, ये तुमने. हाँ, क्या कहा?
Maybe the person who touched the electric eel.
अच्छा, देखो 3 बातें सामने आई हैं. एक तो जो आसमानी बिजली होती है, lightning. Well, that is electricity. So you see, what happens is that there are clouds up above and there's the ground below, and the clouds are full of electricity, full of electrons, and then when they get too full, then patak, there's a stroke of lightning.
Make the jump from the clouds to the floating lightning.
Beautiful. ठीक. अच्छा. I'm so happy you didn't say neutrons and protons. It's only electrons. अच्छा. तुमने जो electric eel की बात की, let's hear what is an electric eel and why did you say what you said? हाँ, बताओ.
Because electric eels can produce electricity, so when you touch one, you'll feel the electricity go through your body.
And why? Okay, 2 questions from that. Electric eels produce. Why do they do it? Why do they want to give you a shock? You're a nice boy.
Because electric eels have this thing that their eyes can't see very far, so that's a defense mechanism that if anything tries to attack it, it will get a shock.
बिल्कुल ठीक कहा इसने. देखो, इलेक्ट्रिक ईल एक सांप जैसी चीज होती है ना. It's long. Yeah, eel is long and slippery, and if you try and touch it like this, if I touch it, poosh, I get a shock. Why? Because the eel has learned how to create a potential difference, a voltage. So you see, if she is high voltage and I am low voltage, I touch her, the electrons from her will flow into me, and when the electrons flow, that's current, and that is what gives you a shock. Okay, so we now have an understanding of इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. बहुत अच्छा. चलो अब हम आगे निकलते हैं. नाउ क्यों तुम्हारी बारी क्यों नहीं? What's your opinion of the most important invention?
Extinction. Steam engine.
Steam engine. Acha, steam engine. Again, that's a good idea. Dekho, steam engine was the first time that heat was used to create motion. है ना? तो how did this happen? थोड़ा सा बता how a steam engine works.
तो उसमें वाटर होता है और वो जब स्टीम बन होता है तो एक टर्बाइन होता है, वो स्पिन होता है और फिर एक लेवर से कनेक्टेड होता है और फिर मोशन क्रिएट होता है.
ओके ओके. तो हाँ, बिल्कुल ठीक कहा. तो जब पानी गर्म किया जाता, वो उबलता है, तो भाप का दबाव ऊपर की तरफ होता है, प्रेशर ऊपर की तरफ, ऊपर पिस्टन जाता है. तो पिस्टन जब ऊपर जाता है तो वो फिर एक क्रैंक को घुमाता है, जिससे फिर वो मोशन पैदा होती. You know, without the steam engine, we could not have had
Cars you were gonna say, or
railway engines.
Yeah, or any steam-operated vehicle. Yeah.
Yeah, look, now we don't have steam-operated vehicles. Ab to wo khatam ho gaye. Now we have petrol, we have the internal combustion engine, but this is how it started. If you didn't have the steam engine in the middle, we wouldn't have gone through the industrial age. You know, factories used to work, full factories used to work on steam engines. Okay, so that's a very thoughtful answer. Next. तुम क्या कहते हो?
गाड़ी, कार.
Car. Yaar, defend yourself. Why do you say it's important? Chalo.
Because it helps us to get from place to place, so we can like travel.
ठीक है. You know, I'm not so happy with it. Why am I not happy with it? ये बताओ. Well, what about the railway engine and railways? They help you to get from place to place. हाँ, तुम क्या कहती हो?
Gears. All of those things, they have gears in them, and those gears are what make them move.
No, but why don't I like his answer about cars? That.
Sir, because there are other ways of transport.
हाँ.
No, but
are you gonna
isn't
me?
all of them equally
Yeah.
important? Isn't the most important invention the one that was discovered the earliest, as it had the most significant impact on humanity? Therefore, the oldest answer will always be the best answer. So we'll have to sort of rethink what important really means, because cars are also important.
Cars are important. Yes, cars are important. Look, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that there were railways. You could have said the airplane. अच्छा, लेकिन ये भी सही है कि अब तुम्हें इधर आने के लिए, कहीं और जाने के लिए तुमको गाड़ी की ज़रूरत पड़ती है, लेकिन फिर मोटरसाइकिल पर भी तो जा सकते हो ना.
Okay, but how about rethinking this real quick? Imagine a person in the steam age. If you were to ask him what's the most important invention, and he were to reply trains. Now skip to the modern age, and someone would give the answer of trains. You would give him more importance than the person would before. Isn't this a paradox? Or clue? I don't know.
अच्छा, चलो, तुमने ये लाइन पकड़ी है, तो now I want your opinion on what's the most important invention. One invention.
For me, since the most earliest invention will always be the most important, it's fire.
So,
But harnessing fire was sort of an invention.
the objection over here is that fire was discovered, not invented.
Okay, but
What's-
yes, it was discovered, but we didn't learn to harness fire. Yes, there were forest fires, but you couldn't really do anything with it, could you now? You had to harness it. No, you had to learn how to start a fire within a controlled, area. Yeah, that's learning, and that's an invention. Just like learning to use a steam engine, that's an invention. So it counts.
So the invention is not the fire; it's how you harnessed it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, here we have By the way, before we move on to Adrish, एक कहानी है ना कि fire was given by a god. हाँ. Prometheus. Okay.
Which got fire on its tail and brought it to earth. So the story goes in the Roman, or I think the Roman era, that Greek, Greek.
Greek, not Roman.
Yeah, whatever. There was a possum god who saw that the humans were suffering because they did not have heat. It went to the skies. What was that name? I don't remember the god of gods. What's the Zeus. Yeah, and got fire on its tail and brought it to earth.
Yes. Okay, so that's lovely. So fire is a gift from the gods, but yeah, okay. Anna, what is fire? Sorry. देखो ये भी तो पता करना है ना. What is fire?
It's the burning of materials.
What is burning? तो
Fire is one.
neutrons or protons?
Fire is the one.
Okay.
Fire is when oxygen gets super heated and it becomes into almost a plasma.
Oh, I love
It's-
it. Love it. Okay. So actually, fire is oxygenation. हाँ, oxidation. तो जब हम कोई चीज जलाते हैं ना, तो इधर हवा में जो ऑक्सीजन है उसके साथ वो चीज जुड़ती है, एंड दैट इज द फ्लेम. Why the flame? Actually, it's very interesting chemistry. So if you look at how a candle burns, there are different areas over there, and each of them corresponds to slightly different chemical reactions that are going on over there, and the temperatures inside the flame. If you ever become an engineer, you will have to study how materials burn. Okay, so fire. Huh?
I really wanted to ask though, is the fire really, what's the fire
ये
as
दो
it
उसको,
is?
हाँ.
Is it really just air that's spewing out light? Is that really just it?
So I wonder if anyone has a better answer than I would come up with. पीछे जो बैठे हैं, what do you think? Why? Okay, if you look at a flame, why is it emitting light? Light, huh?
Well, apparently, take for example, when you're finished burning a firewood and the firewood gets extinguished naturally, it is still glowing. So let's say that the oxygen that's burning is also glowing naturally and radiating heat.
And light, yeah.
Yes.
Very good. Acha. So ultimately, it is photons that come to us. Photons are released by atoms. Atoms will release photons when they collide with each other. They will collide with each other if there is enough temperature. The harder the collide, the greater will be the intensity of radiation that is released. So there is a whole physics of the flame. And so that's okay, we'll get into too much detail. All right. What is the most important invention in your opinion?
Agriculture.
Wow, that is terrific. Acha, defend yourself.
If we didn't have agriculture in the year 2024, we would all be still hunter gatherers, and there are not enough deer, there is not enough game or deer or cows for us to supply like 8 billion people with food. So we would more than half of the population would be starving.
You know, I think this is so important. Acha, so basically what he is saying is that before we used to be hunter-gatherers. कहीं शिकार कर लिया, कहीं फल तोड़ लिया, लेकिन वो ज़्यादा देर तक नहीं चल सकता ना. तो जब इंसान ने ये देखा कि गंदम के बीज जब वो बोएगा और उसमें से गंदम निकलेगी और फिर उसकी काश्त हो सकती है, द डिस्कवरी ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर or the invention of agriculture, really, yeah, it's the same thing. Discovery, I think, what would you say? Is this?
It's discovery. It's
It's-
the same reason as fire, really, because you learn to use it.
Yeah, but this is also invention that you then plant at the right time and you reap at the right time and you give it water, and that's an invention. So I'm completely with him on this.
Oh, by the way, I was going to ask, is there any stories about it from agriculture being gifted by the gods, like it is for fire?
होगा. Any stories that you ये
इसकी भी एग्रीकल्चर की भी गॉड्स और गॉडेसेस थे ग्रीक mythology में और
That's Persephone, and that's really for just nature altogether.
डिमीटर जो थी ना वो गॉडेस ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर थी तो और वो और
गॉडेस ऑफ नेचर थी, एग्रीकल्चर नहीं. आई
गॉडेस ऑफ नेचर तो गाया थी ना, गाया शी वाज द मदर अर्थ एंड गॉडेस ऑफ ऑल नेचर. डिमीटर थी वो एग्रीकल्चर की गॉडेस थी और उनकी बेटी थी आर्टेमिस, वो उसकी वाइल्ड लाइफ की और हंटिंग की गॉडेस थी. तो उसकी एक और बेटी थी परसेफनी, वो स्प्रिंग की गॉडेस थी. तो उनकी एक कहानी है कि ना जो परसेफनी है उसको ना हेडीज जो है वो कैप्चर करके 6 महीने के लिए अंडरवर्ल्ड में ले जाता है और जब कर जाता है तो हमारी ऑटम और विंटर स्टार्ट हो जाता है और जैसे ही वो वापस आती है तो स्प्रिंग और समर स्टार्ट हो जाता है. दैट्स द एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ द सीजन.
So
Okay, now we move here.
I think the greatest invention is pencil.
Is
Pencil.
pencil. Acha, so writing.
Yes.
Writing. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Because if we can't write, we can't share ideas, we can't get that much education by just talking with each other. We have to write. When we write, we can learn many things.
I think that's a very profound observation.
And in fact,
Yeah.
if the writing never was invented, this board won't
You got like if there wasn't the pencil, the chalk is also okay, na?
Yes.
But any means of writing is okay.
Yes.
बहुत वजन है इस बात में, बहुत वजन है इस बात में. Well thought, well thought.
Cooking.
क्या चीज?
Cooking.
Cocaine. Cocaine.
Cooking.
Cooking. Cooking. यार तुमने तो मुझे बढ़ा दिया. अच्छा, कुकिंग, हाँ, खाना पकाना. Yes. Wow. What?
It's more like a discovery because cooking was made by accident.
Not really, though. It started with fire. You learn to sort of heat things up, and that's where cooking began. You learn to do it, didn't you? And that's also sort of an invention for the same reason fine agriculture are.
So, why is cooking important?
Because if we don't have cooked food, we don't like to eat raw meat.
Huh?
Yeah.
Is it just a question of liking, or is it important to cook?
Important.
Okay. Why do you think it's? Pakdo,
Raw meat, in raw meat there are lots of bacteria, and when cooking,
In a cooked meat, all bacteria will get burnt and die.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So for digestion, it is necessary to break down the tough molecules. So yes. So I think yes. Okay. Ye dos. Adrish.
I've been asking, when you cook something, you're kind of removing important nutrients and all that stuff. So you're basically trading nutrients for better taste and less chance to get sick. So cooking isn't really that much beneficial.
Acha, so now here you have somebody saying the opposite thing, that cooking is not that important, that ठीक है मज़ा बेहतर हो जाता है लेकिन खा तो आप वैसे भी सकते। यार मैं नहीं मानता। अच्छा तुम कच्चा आलू खा कर दिखाओ मुझे। हाँ मैं तो नहीं खा सकता। तुम्हें फ्राइज तो अच्छी लगती है ना?
That sort of evolution, we've evolved to only be able to eat cooked food, so that's not exactly working. Imagine the ancient cavemen; those could eat not cooked raw potatoes perfectly fine and be fine with it.
Yeah.
So
It's a matter of taste.
Yeah, and we were evolved to taste it, liking the taste or not.
yeah, we've evolved to only be able to digest cooked food. Yeah.
Acha, so there are 2 points of views over here, and one is that we could have evolved into eating raw. तुम हम फिर एक दूसरे को खा भी सकते, कुत्ते को पकड़ के खा सकते। हम गाय को पकड़कर या बकरी को पकड़कर वो चप चप करके उसको हजम कर लेते। आई डोंट थिंक दैट नहीं हो सकता आई डोंट नो, एवोल्यूशन से शायद हो सके। अच्छा हाँ यस
Yeah, but eating human meat is called eating the meat of your own species is called cannibalism, and cannibalism is a very bad thing. It could land you into jail or get you executed.
In defense, law did not exist at that time. In defense.
And if that and like if cooking wasn't invented, cannibalism wouldn't be that much of a
No, you never did cannibalism in the first place. If you ate your own fellow humans, you couldn't survive. They have packs there. If you ate your human, they would all disband you. They would kick you out of the pack and you die.
Yeah.
What if we evolved to eat that? or that? or that?
Love, baby, if you're strong enough.
or this?
Okay, so now we must move on. I was going to ask 5 questions. We haven't even gone through one, huh? Chalo. What's your most important invention?
Telephones.
Telephone. Communication. हाँ अच्छा to defend yourself. Why do you say
The
that?
reason telephones are important because, first of all, calling from someone to the other side of the world only takes a few seconds, unlike with letters where it takes months. And other than that, with telephones, you can communicate with lost friends or lost people, and yeah.
ठीक
You're
Okay.
just sending electrical written signals.
अच्छा what can you tell us about how people used to communicate before telephones?
People used to communicate before telephones by manually talking with each other, sending letters, or, or using Morse.
Okay.
The
What about pigeons?
Yeah, pigeons. Yeah, they sent pigeons.
Yeah, pigeons and smoke signals.
Yeah, smoke.
Huh. Good. Okay. So, sure, it's important. Yes. So I agree. Okay, it's important. I'm not saying it's the most important, but it's a good choice.
The most important invention, in my opinion, is the money.
Oh man, that is a good one. अच्छा, तो बताओ क्यों?
Because without money, you would have to get all the stuff yourself or barber, try it, and sometimes you won't. It will be hard to know what the other person wants. So basically, just give them in as much enough money, and they will give the item to you.
ठीक. Okay, so the invention of money is अच्छा पहले तो ऐसे तो था barter होती थी. Barter trade.
I give you one thing, you give me
You
another.
yeah.
But before like money or coins or any type of currency was invented, there was the thing called barter trade, which for example, I give you something and you give me something in return.
That's
Yeah.
I think that's the definition, not an example. Here's an example. I give you a pillow and you give me a new pair of shoes.
That's not that's
He's a scammer.
I know, but that's the best.
Another example of barter trade. Yeah, basically, some farmer trades 5 chickens for 1 cow.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So neither has a money value, but when money comes along, then everything gets equalized. So you could say that 10 chickens are worth 1,000 rupees. With 1,000 rupees, I can buy 50 toffees or whatever. So everything.
Sell 100 chewing gum pieces.
Ah.
Like I tried to buy as many chewing gum pieces as I could without my dad noticing.
Okay, let's go there. We're running out of time. Udar. Okay. So, what is the most important invention?
The wheel. The wheel.
The wheel. The wheel. That is a really, really good idea. Yeah. Now say why.
Without the wheel, cars wouldn't be invented. Plus, without it, we would have to run all the way from far.
Don't bend that. Don't bend that.
Okay. We would have to run very far distances and take breaks a lot of times. So the wheel takes less time because it can make you go faster. Because it can be in many forms. For example, horses can be used, engines can be used. These things.
Acha. But you have to tell us, Love. You have to tell us why the okay, before the car was invented. वो चला गया ना कार वाला. अच्छा. But what does the wheel do?
The importance of the wheel was to carry heavy things and travel fast. So, for example, like there would be an empire, it would need like things fast. So then the wheel would be used for transporting.
So
it
even
fast.
the chariot, वो जो
Even for war, it would be good.
Absolutely. So take heavy things from here to here.
Fast.
The wheel is absolutely essential. So very good choice. But now you have to, Abdur Rahman or others, yes, you tell us. What's so important about the wheel? What's the physics of the wheel? Yeah, that's the better way of putting it. What's the physics of the wheel?
The wheel is basically a way to convert energy into movement.
It's already moving though. Is it not?
But what energy?
I can tell you.
Yes, you're right.
Abdur Rahman, what do you say? Is what he said correct?
In a way, yes. With wheels, you can transfer some form of motion, for example, rotary motion into linear motion, straight. or otherwise linear motion to straight motion. But another way to say the physics of a wheel is that while walking, you not only move forward, you also move up and down, which wastes energy. With a wheel, you're only moving straight, which conserves energy and allows you to move things for a far cheaper price.
I am not satisfied
I
with
can.
either of your.
I can. I can.
Okay. Yeah. उधर उसिल हाँ. नहीं तुम बताओ ना हाँ what are you saying?
Well, it turns moving from like circular to moving straight.
Yeah, but I'm not satisfied with.
Okay, let me use more scientific words. It
Okay.
turns from angle movements to kilometers and meters and all those distance.
ना मजा है नहीं मजा है नहीं मजा है.
One physics of the wheel is that everything you see that spins, okay, uses ball bearings in it because ball bearings is governed by many physics that govern water.
ना मजा है ना.
You're asking for the physics or the importance?
I'm asking for the physics of the wheel. Why is the wheel such a great invention? Acha, let me explain this. If there is, let's say, a block. Once again, acha, chalo, tum batao.
It reduces the friction.
Ab ye aayi na baat. That's the point. It reduces the friction. True. Okay, so see, if this is a flat thing, and I move it across, there's the friction of the carpet with this block. On the other hand, if there's something rolling like this, then the friction is much less, and so really it is friction which makes all the difference. So you need to put in much less effort if you have a wheel as compared to a sliding surface. So good. I think we are done with the wheel. Wheel is very good. Acha, chalo. Ab ye batao, what is the most important invention in your mind?
He's gonna say plane. He's not.
Mic mein.
He can't.
Blade.
Plane.
Aeroplane.
Yes.
Acha, aeroplane. Acha, why?
He can't defend himself.
Why?
He can't defend himself.
Acha, so aeroplane is nice. So aeroplane, you can go from here to there. You don't need roads. अच्छा पता है अभी मैं नेपाल गया था तो मुझे एक शहर से दूसरे शहर अगर जाना हो बाय एयरप्लेन मुझे 18 मिनट लगे 18 minutes. Then I went back and it took 7.5 hours by road. So obviously.
Which airport offers an 18-minute ride?
Oh, in Kathmandu you can take a plane ride for 18 to 20 to 25 minutes. The whole country can be covered in 40 minutes. So, but you know, in many European countries, it is forbidden to have flights which are that short. But this is so mountainous that it is allowed. अच्छा, now चलो अब तुम बताओ. सब वो दे दो.
I think internet is the most important invention.
What?
Internet.
Internet. Internet is the most important invention. So you see, this is what Abdur Rahman was saying at the beginning, that the importance depends upon the age in which you are living. So you could be right in saying that in the 20th century, the most important invention was the internet. And the internet is now changing the whole world, the rate at which we can communicate with each other. How does the internet work? Anyone? हाँ.
Yeah, internet works is by
हाँ, उसको दो.
this. Apparently, the way internet works is the way you can communicate with people far away, just like telephone. With internet, you can do stuff with other people, like online games, videos, and stuff that require internet. Without internet, none of them could be accessed.
वो तो तुमने बता दिया ना कि इसने बता दिया कि इंटरनेट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट और उससे आप गेम्स भी खेल सकते हैं और यूट्यूब भी देख सकते हैं और सब कुछ. लेकिन मेरा सवाल ये कि इंटरनेट है क्या चीज़?
Wait, you were asking what is the internet?
Yeah. How does it work?
It works by all computers are linked to each other, and when I say all, I mean most. Because there's some computers invented in different time periods that were not able to get linked to each other. So the modern computers are linked to each other. So whenever you do something on your screen, there's a chance it could influence something on someone else's screen.
Okay. So basically, what you are saying is that there are computers here, all over the world. And
they are linked.
They are linked. So linking is the internet. Okay. अच्छा अब हाँ ये दो.
One thing about the internet is that all computers are linked by servers.
Yes. That's an excellent point. You need servers. So
plus the use of the internet wasn't for games, but the real use of it was for applications like also WhatsApp, these things.
Yes, actually, the internet started because of particle physics. So you didn't know? अच्छा तो ऐसे है ना कि जब ये पार्टिकल एक्सेलरेटर्स में डेटा प्रोड्यूस होता है तो वो बहुत सारा होता है और उसको फिर एनालाइज करना होता है. अब इतना ज़्यादा डेटा आप इधर से किसी और जगह कैसे पहुंचाएंगे? और एक जगह नहीं, 50-500 जगहों तक पहुंचाना है क्योंकि अलग अलग काम होते हैं उनके. तो उसके लिए फिर इंटरनेट सर्न में ईजाद हुआ था. एंड दिस इज़ about 40 years ago or so, 45, 50, and various other, but this was basically, this came out of particle physics.
And also as time went through, people started to use it wrongly by making hacking, cyberbullying, these things.
Yeah. That's a sad consequence of it. देखो ना, जब भी कोई इन्वेंशन होती है, उस इन्वेंशन को आप अच्छे कामों के लिए इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं या बुरे कामों के लिए. तो ये एक बहुत अच्छी मिसाल तुमने दी कि इंटरनेट बना, लेकिन अब इंटरनेट पर ये बुलिंग भी होती है, बकवास भी होती है, झूठ भी उस पर आगे फैलाया जाता. So you're right on that. Okay. Right, so Hania, you are now going to give us the final opinion. तुमने बहुत कुछ सुना है इन लोगों से. Either you can give your own opinion of what's the most important, or you can select from all the ones that have been voiced so far.
Well, I think I want to say mathematics, but I'm not sure if it's invented or discovered. I think it's both. I think it's both, because 2 plus 2 is invented. We didn't know that.
But it's a truth, though. It's a truth.
Yeah, but at some time that was invented.
No, it was invented by animals.
Wait. Listen to her. This is a very profound point. Is mathematics discovered or is it invented?
It is discovered by the fact that there are patterns in the universe. There are patterns in nature, like fractals, and how was the Pythagoras theorem invented? Yeah, and it was invented by the fact that if you have 2 pencils and 2 plus 2 equals 4, and we basically invented these names.
I agree with her. I think mathematics was invented, not discovered. अच्छा, ये तो discovery है ना कि 2 apples plus 2 apples is 4 apples. वो तो ठीक है, isn't it? 2, 3. three sheep plus 5 sheep is 8 sheep. वो भी discovered. But the idea of 3 plus 5 equals 8. 3 what? 5 what? That's an invention. And so numbers, what you're saying, is an invention. And the whole of physics and mathematics and the way we run our whole world depends upon numbers and how we use numbers and how we use mathematics.
Exactly, like in music, in art, in taking measurements.
In taking measurements, in architecture. Yeah. So I think it's very good that we are ending on this, that mathematics is maybe like fire, like agriculture, like
cooking.
Like cooking. Yes, so fundamental and good. I think we end on a very good point. But before we end, we have a final round. So who really wants to say something? देर हो गई है वैसे. I think. Okay, so we'll go around. And then nobody will get a second chance. ठीक है, इधर जिसको अब बोलना है बोल ले और एक राउंड हम लेते हैं. ये उधर से शुरू करते हैं. नहीं तो बाद में फिर हाथ खड़ा कर. No, give it to him first. Yeah.
I feel like the most important invention isn't even the wheel, but first I was thinking it's the first tools that were used, because without tools we weren't able to, like lever, pulleys and these things.
Wow. I think that's a very profound observation. Yeah.
Another very important invention is the light bulb. In fact, it was such a good idea, it became the symbol of good ideas.
Oh man, yeah, this guy is terrific. It's a symbol of good ideas. Acha, chalo, good.
For me, it's most likely the internet, because without the internet, how will we communicate with each other from far distances? Like someone's in Argentina, someone else is in China. How do we communicate without internet? Without months of waiting? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Point taken.
Is
Allah यार, teleportation अब तक हुआ नहीं है तो उस पे आ गया as the most important invention. अच्छा, रिश तो बोलो.
Is mathematics numbers or the process of working with numbers?
So numbers are a particular invention of the human mind, but then to work symbolically, तो जैसे ना अभी x और y और z की पहले बात हुई थी, x stands maybe for a real number, maybe it stands for a fraction, maybe it stands for this or that or whatever, and there are many different things that x could stand for. So the very concept of x being something is by itself an invention of the human mind, and that actually is extremely important to mathematics.
So are logic processes then the most important invention, as they led to everything else, as they are also processed by the mind? So they're an invention of the human mind?
Yeah, but we didn't invent the human mind. Na? The human mind was given to us.
No, I mean the logic processes that the human mind invented. This happened, so this, and say this. Logic chains, basically. Are they the most important then?
So you're talking of causality. This causes that, which causes that. And so that is, I think, a philosophical articulation of processes. But we were talking of inventions today. Achha. कुछ कहना आगे नहीं. Okay, so you have something to say. Your last word. You will be the last person saying something, unless you have something.
What's your opinion?
Oh, I came here to listen to you, not to give my opinion. So,
He would say the Microsoft.
no, 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 no. I don't think there's only one invention, but you've really put me on the spot now.
I feel like
Let me think about it. Okay.
it would definitely be something in your age.
Okay, guys.
What's your opinion? Chris, tell me.
Saad here.
Tell me. Tell me. Tell me.